Thank you for coming. This is not specific. It's a talk show. I've been in this space, Mess Hall, for 3 weeks. And I proposed a project to do a talk show here. So I've been talking and hanging out with people from Rogers Park, asking people if they'd like to perform for tonight. We also had a live talk show last week. And yeah, I've been hanging out with people and interviewing people from Rogers Park. People have been coming in and drawing. And it's just basically inspired by public access television. And I would like, actually, I'm hoping that this show will be on public access. So, yeah, so thanks for coming. And what else can I tell you? We have an amazing show tonight. Okay, I'm interviewing this guy Sam that I met last week. He walked into the space, he was really nice, and he's a great guy, so I'm interviewing him. Then he's interviewing Why What, Young Women's Action Team, and 4 girls from the team are here today. They're based in Rogers Park. Everybody I'm interviewing and everybody who performs are from Rogers Park, except Tiger Trio.
Tiger Duo.
Tiger Duo today. They come with me whenever I do a talk show, and they created a theme song for this talk show. And then I have George, who will be singing and performing. And then what do I have? And then anybody who wants, and then Why What, or a couple members of Why What, aka Mahogany 100%, who organized this, will be dancing, okay? And then we're just gonna, you guys drink beer, feel free to hang out. So, my first interview is with Sam. Come up, Sam. And Jesse, can you play like Okay, so Sam, I met him last week, and he was really nice. He came in, and he was really into the project, and he immediately started helping me every day.
It's because I only work in the morning, so I have my afternoons and evenings free.
Yeah, so Sam, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Katoni, how are you doing? She's a little shy.
Katoni and Sam live in the same building. So, Sam, okay, tell us what you do. What's your job?
I'm a college instructor at a place called Westwood College downtown, so I get to make the long commute from here. It takes about an hour, but it's worth it.
Okay, and how long have you been living in Rogers Park for?
I've been living in this particular part of the neighborhood for 2 years, and then for 2 years I lived in what is called West Rogers Park, or West Ridge, because it's west of Ridge Avenue. So I've been up here for about almost 5 years now.
And you're really passionate about the neighborhood, aren't you? Here, talk into my microphone.
Okay, you're gonna
change that. To angle it.
I'll do that.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't feel like doing the Elvis rock star poses.
Yeah, like the...
Passionate? Yeah, I do. I love this neighborhood a lot, although I don't like to say that because I feel like something bad will happen to me if I start becoming a booster about it.
Right.
Hey, Shanka, come up here.
Okay, so tell us, how long you've lived here and what, because you seem very involved and you seem really committed to the neighborhood here. So. Yeah,
well, I study communities primarily, so I'm very interested in that idea, and I guess just politically, I think communities are important things. I think people should be able to have a network of support and respect, and I think you find that immediately with the people that live around you. So that was already here in this neighborhood, and it's been in this neighborhood a long time, so it was cool to sort of move into a situation like that and immediately start meeting really great people.
Okay, so one interesting thing that you and your building are doing is that you're going to try and buy your building, right? Tell us about that.
If anybody has any money for us. No, we'd like to, we've got a nice little community in there. What? You want to sing? It's a nice community. I'm glad I don't have children, but you know what? It's nice when my neighbors have them because I can play with them a little bit and send them back. But yeah, we want to have a nice, a safe environment. It's a diverse building already, which is very rare in Chicago because it's very segregated out here. And there's artists and working people and all types of people, and we want to stay there. We're actually, most of us are really happy there, and we was right. We hang out. We take care of one another. I've had times where I've come home from work after a really long day, and my neighbors made dinner for me. Or my neighbors have had times where they don't have money to go buy cigarettes, so I go buy them some cigarettes or something like that. So that's what we try to do. We got people in the building that look out on the sidewalks and keep all the trouble out. Eyes on the street, which is the most important thing in keeping a neighborhood safe. So we have vegetables growing in the front yard, courtesy of Katoni's father here, Michael. So we're gonna have a big feast, so y'all can come out for that.
project, like with around your
Which project?
where you're documenting people's stories around. You said the murder of Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
Can you tell us about that?
I study riots, and I'm actually giving a talk downtown this weekend about that. 40 years ago, when Martin Luther King was murdered, all the cities across the country had these really violent riots, and people, what I found is after 40 years, nobody's ever bothered to go talk to people who lived there about what happened. So they make all these things up like West Siders rioted. And from what I found is that that's not true at all. Most people were really frightened and angry and really disturbed about what happened. And nobody's ever bothered to go talk to them about that. So I study history.
Are you doing a documentary or?
I'm doing oral history. I have a graduate degree in history. And you know, when you study history, there's two ways you can do it. You can study the kings and the queens and the presidents and the generals and what they've done, or you can study what regular people have done. And that's the way I do it.
Okay, so where are you meeting people? How are you networking?
They're my students.
Okay.
Because I teach at a place where...
You're working with adults?
Yeah, mostly with adults. Some of them are teenagers, but some of my students are 40, 50, 60 years old and they remember it. So I beg and I cajole and I say, how about some extra credit? And then inevitably, everybody's got 5 uncles that witnessed this.
So there's no documentation of it?
No, there is.
Nobody has written about it?
No, there was a book that came out from a woman who taught at Northwestern, just up the road in Evanston, and she wrote 1 chapter about it, and most of that chapter said, nobody's ever written about that. So after 40 years, I figured it's time for the truth to come out.
So can anybody help you out here, or how can we stay in touch with your project?
Well, there's a magazine called Area Chicago, which is areachicago.org, and we've had events here up at the mess hall. There's going to be a blog. I don't have a URL for that yet, but if you go to areachicago.org, you can read about it. I'm giving a talk this Monday downtown at State in Madison, and on December 6th, we're going to invade UIC, where I went to graduate school, and I'm going to come back and say, here's some real work.
Okay, so tell us where you hang out in Rogers Park and why you love it so much.
Why I love the place I hang out at?
Yeah, tell us
or why I love Rogers Park.
Or the place you hang out at in Rogers Park, because you said you never leave the neighborhood. You pretty much just go a block between your house and like the local bar.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a local, I guess I become. I hang out at the local bar, which is just outside my back door, Duke's, where every Thursday, my neighbors, why are there people who are underage clapping for Duke's? Every Thursday, my neighbors Lisa and Stephanie, who played here last week, they play a community jam, and they do a set, and then everybody else comes out, and we just be creative and get to know people and just try to have a good time. So I hang out there, hang out at the neighbor's house, I hang out at my house, go to the beach like 4 to 5 times a week.
And there's a big art festival actually this weekend called Glenwood Arts Festival, and there's going to be like a dance competition or something on the beach, and there's going to be like 150 artist booths and stuff, so you guys should come out.
You should come out.
Okay, so you're happy in general?
Yeah, I'm happy. You know, if you say you're too happy, something bad happens. Yeah, I was like raised in that tradition, but no, I'm really happy, and I think more people should be more happy too, so.
So do you have any advice for me or anybody in the audience about what gets you up in the morning or anything like that?
My alarm clock, because I have to get up at 6 o'clock to be downtown at 8 to teach. You know what gets me?
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 31 years old.
Okay.
What gets me up is because I have cool students, and they're a quirky bunch, and it's different from any other college you would work at, and it's working people, and they're working and raising families and going to school, and some of them are really do a good job, and I don't think other colleges would really serve them very well. There's a different type of attitude, like everybody should be expected to just sacrifice your life to school, and let's face it, for most of people that is not reality, so why should people not get an education just because they're working class? So that's what it is.